Hello class, my name is Jacob Fabian, and today I'm going to kind of give you a brief walkthrough of what intercepts are. So what are intercepts? Intercepts are when a line crosses an axis. Okay, so what does that look like? So we have, just a regular graph here. Here's our x-axis, here's our y-axis. So let's draw an example. We'll do that. An intercept, as we stated earlier, is when the line crosses the axis. So this is our axis, this is our axis. This is where the line crosses here, and this is where the line crosses that axis. So with that being said, this is the x-intercept, and this is the y-intercept. So there's only intercepts, to reiterate the point again, there's only intercepts when it crosses an axis. So let's say we have, a different line. Let's say we have a line down here, and it's just a line segment. At no point does it cross, either axis. So this is something that would not have intercepts. So let's kind of do something to help remember what an intercept is. So just kind of draw you a little box. This one might be kind of big, but inside that box, you're going to make a little circle and write your term, which is intercepts. Then you're going to break that box into 4 equal pieces. And then you're going to label each corner. So this one is definition. This one is characteristics. This one is examples. And then this one is non-examples. All right. Like we stated before, intercept is when a line crosses an axis. So we'll just kind of bring that down to here. So when a line crosses an axis. So this is our definition. You can have a dictionary definition or your in your own words definition, I guess. I prefer the in your own one because it kind of helps you associate the information a little better, helps you remember what it is. Because if you have a definition with words that you don't really know, it doesn't really help a whole lot to try to help define it. So what are characteristics? So like we said, when it's crossing an axis, depending on which axis or which intercept you're trying to find, one of the intervals in a given data point is going to be 0. So for an x intercept and a y intercept, whoops. We'll just write little data points here. Okay, so an x-intercept, like we said, is when it crosses the the x-axis. So at this point, y is going to be 0 because it's along this line. So y is always going to be 0 in the x-intercept. The opposite goes for the y-intercept. The x is always going to be 0. So regardless of what function it is, regardless whatever graph, whenever it crosses the x-axis, there's just going to be the x, and then y is going to be 0. When it's a y-intercept, x is going to be 0, and then whatever y may be. So examples, that's kind of an example, I guess you could say. And then, like I said, this would be an example as well. So we'll just kind of bring that down here. That same idea. So this is where it is, and this is where it is. So that's an example. I guess you could say that is an example. Anything where either the x or the y is 0, that's going to be an intercept. Non-examples are, there's numerous non-examples. We'll just, like I said, we can draw that same thing again as well. This is a non-example. This is a non-example. Any kind of thing where it doesn't cross an axis is a non-example. So with that being said, any other data points where it's like, 2, 3, or 5, 7, none of those are going to be intercepts because, like I said, none of them cross the axis. So this is a Frayer model. And I just showed you how to, you can do these on little flashcards. It just gives a brief visual and gives you kind of the definition of each word. You can do this with however many words you want. They're extremely useful in mathematics, just to help, define terms that may mean one thing in math but may mean something else in some other area, like the word base. But this is just an example, and this is the vocabulary strategy that I use. Thank you.